Hello everyone, my name is Bradley Scott. I am a freshman here at TCC and I'm going to be teaching you how to change your oil. First thing you're going to need is one of these. Basically it's to help you take off the oil filter, which is this. You're going to need every time you do an oil change. And you are going to need a drain pan to drain the old oil in, along with some new oil. Let's get into it. Alright, and then the second thing you're going to want to do is pop your hood and remove the oil cap. Alright, once you are under your car, you're going to look up at the oil pan, which I'll show you in a second, and you're going to unscrew it with the drain pan below it. So right here, this is the drain pan, and when this is the drain plug, and then the oil filter right here. And with the drain pan below this, we're going to slowly unscrew it. Alright, so then you're going to find a socket, which in my case, mine is a 14 millimeter. It fits perfectly up here. And then I'm going to slowly loosen it. Alright, now we loosen the drain plug. Alright, so right here is a new oil filter. Anytime you get a new one, you're going to want to get new oil and put it around the seal right here and in the hole so it lubes up the thing. So I'm going to do that right now to demonstrate for you. So I put my finger in here. This is new oil. I grab it and I just go around and like that. It's pretty simple. Alright, so once it's to a slow drizzle, that's when you can put it back on, which I'm going to do right now. Alright, so basically you want it to be snug, so as soon as it's tight, plus a little bit more torque, which means tightening it just a little bit more, because you don't want to crack the drain pan. You can crack the drain pan by doing that, so make sure not to. Alright, so I'm just tightening it now. Alright, now that you have fully drained all the oil and put the bolt back in, you're now ready to fill the oil pan back up and get the engine circulating. So you're going to need certain types of oil for your car. Mine gets 5-weight 30, and it's full synthetic oil and it has a lot of miles on this car, so I do high mileage. You can tell because on the engine itself, it'll say, like mine says right there, 5-weight 30, right? Now, let's start filling it. Alright, as you can see right here, I have my funnel inside the spot where the oil goes. I got my oil right here, a little bit left in here, and then I got another quart right here. Okay, now, alright, now this can be a little tricky, but since this is kind of empty, it's going to be quite easy. So, you're just going to fill it, and it's probably going to take most of this because the engine is completely empty of all its oil. The point of changing your oil is to get clean oil through there to make it sure that nothing is circulating, getting caught in the engine that should not be there. Typically, it'll take probably a whole one of these, if not more. And you should check your oil about every 3,000, or do an oil change every 3,000 miles, but you should check it as frequently as you can. Probably every time you get gas, make sure that it's completely full, because over time, your engine does burn through oil, and that's why after 3,000 miles, you want to change more. Alright, I'm going to open this one. It is the same kind, just different brand. Alright, so now with everything removed, full ones can be a little bit more tricky. So I'm going to get as close as I can. And perfect, like that. Okay. Now, once it gets about halfway, I'm probably going to stop and check the oil. Alright, so after you're done draining the oil, putting the bolt back in, tightening it, not too much because, again, you don't want to crack the drain pan. And then you dispose of the oil. You can bring it to any part store you can, and they will dispose of it for you. You just ask. Or if you don't want to end up doing this, you can just bring it to a car dealership, and they will do it for you. But it does cost a little bit more. I brought mine to Ford before. It took about $120 to do all that, but it's not really worth it when you can just spend like $25 yourself and get yourself oil and the oil filter. But you will get a little bit dirty. I got my hands a little bit dirty. And then don't forget, you need to fill the oil back up with the correct oil that your car takes. If your car has anything over about 150,000 miles, I probably do high mileage. And make sure you either put full synthetic if your car needs it, or if your car doesn't have full synthetic, make sure you get standard. After you top it off, make sure to pull out the dipstick and check to make sure that it's completely full, so that you don't run out of oil and your car blows up. Basically, the whole point of the oil is to lubricate the pistons as they move up when your engine's driving. It keeps it so it doesn't get stuck and the heat ends up making them too big and get stuck, and then your engine blows up. Anyways, thank you. I appreciate you guys watching this tutorial on how to change your oil. It was a pleasure. Thank you.